Alright, welcome back to another Starsand Island video. We're going to be doing the Senior Rancher quest in this video. I'll talk to Pastel over here. Click this Become a Senior Rancher. How's your rabbit kingdom coming along? Noticed how every bunny has its own quirks and unique look. Some are quiet, others full of energy, some are fluffy and round, others stay slim no matter what. These traits are actually determined by their DNA. A small animal can have up to 6 types of DNA inherited from both rabbit parents. For this assessment, you'll need to breed a bunny with 4 different types of DNA at once. Breed a bunny like that and bring it to me for your Senior Rancher certification. Alright, we're gonna head back to the farm and I'll see you over by the rabbits. Alright, so I'm over here by these rabbits to work on the Senior Rancher quest here, and it says breed a rabbit with 4 genes. So to give just a quick rundown of what it means by your genes, it's also known, some people say traits. I usually say traits when I'm talking about it. So if you go into your rabbit hutch and you hit manage, you can look down there, and underneath genes this one says dexterity and strong, this one says optimism and king, this one says king, workaholic, clinginess, and this one says cleanliness and workaholic. And the ones with these check marks are the 4 that I have in this hutch. Okay, all those are green traits, which means they're positive traits. This one that I don't have in here has a red trait, which is a negative trait. It's my advice to try to get all green traits, because eventually your rabbits will just produce better and they will have good traits on them instead of negative traits. So they may produce more, or they may reproduce baby rabbits faster, or whatever. And the negative traits will slow them down and hinder them from doing stuff. So I try to get all green traits on mine, is what I try to do. So if you want a more in-depth explanation as to what each one of these traits do, you can come to this screen right here, and instead of clicking manage, you can click the view info button. And right here, it's RB for me because I'm on controller, but whatever yours is up there to go or to the next tab, and it'll tell you like this one is dexterity, production output +2, strong, breeding cooldown reduced by 1, and you can go through all your traits and it tells you what each one does. Alright, so the way you go about getting more traits on your rabbits or get all green traits. So when you first put your rabbits in here, when you first buy them, they're probably going to have 1. You may have some with 2 traits on them, and you really don't have a choice as far as if they're green or red. But what you do is you put them in here. After they're adults, they will start having babies, and you want to look at the babies, okay? So like this one is a baby, and I see he has a red trait, so I would not want to put him in here even if all these guys only had 1 trait, you know, because they're green. If this guy had 3 green traits instead of that red trait, then I would look over here and be like, okay, this male rabbit has 2 green traits. If he had 3 green traits, I would replace this 2 trait rabbit with a 3 green trait rabbit. And over time, if you do that with all of your rabbits, you will slowly increase the number of traits they have on them, because like a 3 trait rabbit and a 3 trait rabbit are more likely to kick off a 4 trait rabbit than 2 trait rabbits. So if you just slowly work on that, you will eventually keep all the green traits with them, and you'll get up to 4 traits eventually. So if that is not making any sense, you can like drop a comment and ask me a question to explain it better, or what you didn't understand. But hopefully that explained what we're trying to accomplish here. And I will be back whenever I have some more baby rabbits, or if I have a 4 trait rabbit. But just for an example, like this chicken I got, he has 3 traits. So to give you an example, I would come over here and look at all my chickens. So that's a male chicken. He's got 3 traits. I already have a 4 trait male chicken, so I'm not going to replace him. If I had a 2 trait male chicken, I would take him out and I would put my 3 trait in there for a 2 trait. But since I already have one that's better, I'm not going to replace him. But I will be back and check back in whenever I have some more rabbits to look at. Alright, back working on the Senior Rancher trial. At some point, you should go over to the ranch and buy the breeding house blueprint and make you a breeding house. It requires 6 hardwood planks, 3 leather, 20 fiber, and 5 iron sheets. So once you have all that, you can just go ahead and make you a breeding house and place it out somewhere. Alright, back over here working on this Senior Rancher trial to breed a 4 trait rabbit. I have a male and a female with they both have 3 traits apiece, so I'm going to try to breed them. So I have this male rabbit right here, he has 3 traits. And then I have this female rabbit right here, she has 3 traits as well. So I'm going to breed these, and hopefully they will kick me off a 4 trait rabbit. Alright, so when I woke up, my Senior Rancher quest has already told me to go meet Pastel, so that lets me know my baby rabbit in this breeding hut is going to be a 4 gene rabbit before I even check it. Let's check it. Should be a 4 gene rabbit, and I should be able to go turn this into Pastel and complete the Senior Rancher quest. There's one that has 4. One of them's a red trait, but it's fine for the quest. Here's another one that actually has 5 traits, but I'm not going to keep either one of those. I'm going to keep working on putting green traded rabbits all in my rabbit hutches over there. But I'm going to go turn this quest in, and I would recommend continuing to put the green trait rabbits in your hutches and continue to change those out with higher traded rabbits, because eventually you're going to need a 5 green trait rabbit. Alright, so here we are over here with Pastel to turn the Senior Rancher quest in. It's a pretty special little one. Every life is unique like the Starlight on Starsand Island. Treasure them. Amazing. Let me get you certified. Alright, then that completes your Senior Rancher certification.